Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we are going to create a new project with a form. I've already got Visual Studio opened, so I'm going to create a new project. So I click on the new link here. There are two ways you can do that, via the new project link, or you could go File, New, and then Project. So it's up to you which way you want to go. So I'll click on Project. I just wait for it to load. Make sure you've got the Visual C# selected and you've got the Windows Form application selected. Get rid of the default name and then add a name of your choice. I'm going to call mine my screen saver. If you're using several words, make sure there are no gaps between the words. Click OK. We'll just give Visual Studio a few minutes to build the project and add the form. Let's change some of the properties of the form. So make sure you've got the form selected, and in the properties window, it shows the name of the form. Let's change the background color. So under the back color property, click on this control here and you get a drop down, select web and choose the color you want. I'm going to make mine a black background. Next thing I want to change is this property called form border style. At the moment is set to sizable. I'm just going to change that and set it to none. Let's change the name of the text. It's currently saying form 1. Let's just change that to my screen saver. Also change the name of the form for coding purposes. I'm going to change that to form screen saver. There's a property called window state. I'd like to change that property from normal to maximize. Should be an option for maximize. Also, I like to change this property called topmost, set to false. I just want to change that value to true. There's another property here, show in taskbar. I want to change that property value to false. Let's add a timer component to the form. So click on the toolbox, and select components and just either double click or just drag a timer component to your form. So we now have a timer component. When you put a timer on your form, it usually sits at the bottom here. So this is also displaying the properties of the timer component. So the default interval is set to 100 at the moment, but we will be changing this as the project progresses. So that's it for this lecture. Let's test our application and see what the window looks like so far. When you run the application, because of the settings, it will fill the page completely. So let's have a look. It will fill the page, and the only way you can escape it is by doing Alt and F4 on your keyboard. So let's run that. So you can see the screen is filled with black because that's the background color. So to escape that, just do Alt and F4 on your keyboard. So Alt and F4 solves that. Alright, I want to make it easy as well so that you can, when you press any key on your keyboard, it can close that window. So the way I'm going to do that is to, add a method to an event handler. So click on the form, make sure you've got the form selected, and click on this icon here that says events. So scroll down to, there should be an event that says key down. Double click on it and it will generate the event handler for that event. So I'm going to add just a very simple code. It's a close method, and just put a semicolon. That's basically it, and I click save. What that will mean now is that when I run the application, all I need to do to escape it is just press any key on the keyboard. As long as you press the key down, the application should escape and return to normal screen size. So let's test that out. I'll click start and just press any key and it escapes the full screen. So that's it for this lecture. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and bye for now.